Paul, yes. I'm just getting going. It's 8:45, and I didn't get any phone calls this morning. A little upset about that, and I thought, well, I wonder what the problem is. You know, quite often when you think about the individuals that are actually liable for the enforcement of the laws, they have in the Bible what's called the publican, the tax collector. The publican, Matthew 10:3. Now, in the United States, we have what's known as the tax collector, and I thought we'd just look at those employed in the collection of taxes. Matthew 10:3. You know, quite often there's been that cliche of taxation without representation. It's not one of my favorite sayings because obviously the government represents us. hmm hmm There's no possible way that you are collecting taxes while at the same time refusing to enforce the laws. Now, in Matthew 10:3, yes, and when he called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits, yes, to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus and Labius, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city of Samaria, or the Samaritans, enter ye not. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as you go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, and freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye come thence. And when you come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it not be worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Now, Jesus sent out these 12 to the house of the lost sheep of Israel. Yes. And what was very interesting is one of the actual 12 disciples was a tax collector. Yeah. His profession was to collect the taxes of those probably within that community. Now, let's say I was to look at why Jesus decided that your job as tax collection was a qualification for being an apostle, or was it just the individual in his tax collecting of the population that had to pay taxes? Now, if I looked at today's United States, we have what's known as the Internal Revenue Service. And I'm going to want the employees that call themselves tax collectors that answer that number. I've called the IRS in the past and I actually owe back taxes. I will tell you what happened. I had a business, yes, hmm hmm and for some reason I got some sort of fine of $500 for not filing my taxes on time. And I called them, and the lady said, "Well, just fill out this form and fax it to us, and we'll forgive the $500 because you corrected your taxes, and we realize that once in a while this happens." Well, we were living in Airway Heights, and I thought it was a really good idea. I'd just fill out the form that said, "Oops, I'm sorry that I did whatever it was that I did," because I had a corporation, and then I also had an LLC. I took it to the UPS store there in Airway Heights, and I faxed it in, and I thought, well, that fixes the problem. Yeah. Because when you call the IRS, you expect that whatever they tell you is what's really going to fix the problem. Now, I found out later that they decided to deny me the forgiveness of the $500 fine. And it's been adding interest since approximately 2009, about 9 years worth of interest. I probably could get arrested and go to prison for tax evasion if they were really to flex their muscle in the situation. But now today we're going to look at some taxes, and now we're going to support the United States of America.